Hello, everyone. Welcome to Attacking Darkness Episode 9. I'm still going to use the same joke, by the way,
Go for it.
because I am just rehashing jokes. The online tabletop role-playing game where the DM has more correct prophecies than Nostradamus. Last time on Attacking the Darkness, we had one of our beloved characters, the Mole, dead. Because I critted with a natural 20 on Zamul when he had 1 HP. If you did not watch episode 8, I'm sorry. Now you know the big secret behind episode 8. And also, why haven't you watched episode 8 yet? It's a good episode. Very sad. Very traumatic. Very death. And I didn't... I wanted to use Zamul, but I did not. Now I don't get to use Zamul. So that's a problem for the future. However, we did get to learn what factions... Well, we didn't get to learn what faction Zamul was going to join, because he's dead. But we did learn that Nephromax joined the Zentirum, which is a not-so-pleasant gang, and y'all have had crossed swords with the Zentirum. Actually, no, you haven't crossed swords. You've just seen their dead bodies in Candle Lane Warehouse right now. So, you haven't fought them yet. But Nephromax has joined the Zentirum gang, and he is now part of their factions. At the end of the episode, we gained the new party member, Penelope, who was not an expected... well, actually, she was expected. It was supposed to be a nice little quick swap out. That was planned. Death wasn't planned.
Yeah.
That was just a happy little accident as, say.
Happy
Little accident.
Yeah. No.
I remember it being a very sad accident.
It was a very sad and somber moment. Actually, I was pretty excited. I was like, oh my god, I finally killed a character. And then it sunk in. I was like, oh my god, I've killed a character. I was like, this is not good. But outside of that, there was a month period where Zamul had died and the upkeep of the bar went into full swing. And y'all had done some not test rolls, but actually done some rolls to gain some money for the bar, and you've had some success so far. Now, at the end of the episode, you heard a large explosion outside. But before we get to the loud explosion, we have a couple of things we need to retcon in right quick because we got a little ahead of ourselves and there had been time to think. So, if you need to retcon in a moment right now, I open the floor to you guys. Okay, Matt.
Okay. So one thing I want to say is about a week after Zamul's funeral, Nephromax has started a nightly routine of about the time that the tavern starts to quiet down and basically it empties out for the most part. He's going to make a nightly routine of going downstairs and looking at Zamul's shield mounted up on the wall. And within the last maybe week, he's been slowly getting closer to the shield, and he reaches up like he wants to touch the shield, but then he hesitates and he stops. And then after he stops from touching the shield, he'll stand there for just a minute or two more, and then he goes back upstairs and goes to bed.
Okay.
Ooh.
Now are you doing this when nobody can see you, or
I don't really care if anybody is particularly paying attention or anything. I try to do it when the tavern is either completely empty or there's maybe only one or two people there. So it's like really dead and quiet.
What about your group? The
I don't care if they're there or not, but
okay.
If anybody is ever there, I do not interact with anyone during this time.
Okay. So, guys, if you have decided that you wanted to be visible during this point in time or seen him, I'll go ahead and say you have. If not, then you have no knowledge of this whatsoever at all.
I don't think I've ever actually described the shield. Can I describe it for you since it's now a piece of the tavern?
It's a relic.
Yeah. But it's it's the the full shield, square at top, and then it comes down to a point. If you've seen the figure of Zamul, it's that shield, but it has the symbol of Tempest painted on it. But under the paint, when Zamul got his clerical powers, it was basically the symbol was etched into it, and it would glow faintly whenever he cast magic using it. So under the paint is etched into it from Tempest being like, "Ah, there you go, little guy. You got some powers. Use them poorly."
Oh, and periodically you'll start seeing me with a bat.
With a bat.
Yes, just an animal that a little bat animal that tends to be around me sometimes.
For a minute, I thought you meant like a baseball bat. Like,
Nope. Nope. A little.
You've been introduced to like domestic violence, and now you carry a baseball bat around.
He went full street gang.
No.
He carries a cricket bat. It's got a couple of nails in it.
But yeah, you got a little bat guy.
It's like a
Got you.
Daimo from Japan. Wah! All right. Okay, so we've retconned that in. Granite, you have something that you wanted to retcon in right quick?
We at the time of Zamul's death, I did take his warhammer as my own,
Right.
and I know we wanted to discuss the creation that you made.
Okay. So what I've done is during the time period of that 1 month period, Penelope worked with Grim with Granite. I can't read from a distance apparently, and I've already forgotten names. Penelope has worked with Granite on slightly enchanting Zamul's old Warhammer to where now it is called the Daybreaker. And it now has I believe, a plus.
I think it's +3 and a plus a 1d8 +2.
I was gonna say, I think it's plus 1d8 radiant damage only against undamaged monsters.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yep.
or undamaged foes, I should say. So you gain that bonus only against those who have not taken damage yet.
And then the
It's very Zamul-esque.
it's a very
Here's a question.
Right up front in the middle of the fray first.
Here's a
Yes.
question for that. If an enemy is undamaged and he manages to get a critical hit on the first hit, is that double that dice as well?
It's a dice roll.
Okay.
all dice double.
All dice is double.
Sick.
But that's such a minimal chance of that happening.
Sure.
I mean, and that's
So,
great,
yeah,
but when it
that's-
happens, it's going to be phenomenal.
I know that's why the weapon is balanced. Just in my opinion, that's why it's balanced for anybody who happens to be curious. So, okay. Any other retconning we need to do?
Let's get down to business.
All right. So here's what's going to go on. We're going to start right before the explosion. It's early morning. Y'all had just finished another month of keeping up with the tavern, and it's been a month since the death of Zamul, your traveling companion for the first part of this adventure. While it still stings, time is slowly mending old wounds. Outside the door, while y'all are still in bed, you hear a very loud explosion. And the windows rattle as the roar of the explosion fills Troll Skull Alley. Charred bodies and anguished screams fly through the air. A thick cloud of acrid smoke billows outward from the blast, which seems to only have occurred right outside your own door. Guys,
Sisus.
what are you doing?
I stop writing in my journal and I jump up, I run downstairs and outside.
Okay.
I follow.
I'm scaring my little 11-year-old girl legs after.
I'm gonna stay by Penelope and follow her out.
All right, and Grim will bring up the rear and follow everybody out after having putting down his book in mid-conversation with Leaf. Or Liff, I'm sorry. The Tavern Spirit. So, not an intentional joke.
Ghost Tavern. Sorry.
Okay, you all run outside and you see again smoke and people screaming and running back and forth from the area. And then you see tons of people like opening up their doors, just like y'all had all ran out and taking a look and seeing. The fire is raging in a centered location, but nothing seems to have caught the buildings on fire. I want everybody to go ahead and make a perception check.
Ooh, baby. I rolled a 15.
15.
That is a 20 for me. 18 plus 2.
19.
13.
Okay. And for Grim, let's see how I'm going to start the day out. That's an 11 plus.
So he's looking at everybody's asses.
Where is his perception? There it is. He rolled a 13. Okay. Those of you who rolled 15 or greater, what you noticed is, actually, I tell you what. You see fire. There's other things, but go ahead and make an intelligence check. Go ahead. I want everybody to make an intelligence check right quick.
Just regular intelligence.
Just a straight intelligence check.
Ooh. 17.
17.
17.
No.
7.
7. And Grim rolls a 16. Okay. Y'all see, you figure this is some sort of magic-based attack from what you gather from seeing. You're not exactly sure what quite yet, but you know this is some sort of magic-based attack. And from what you are, from your perception check, what you see is on the ground there are 11 dead people from this attack. And you notice that one of them's an elderly female human. 2 of them were cloaked male humans. 2 of them, there were 2 female humans and 1 half elf. They were dressed in plain clothes. Let me go back. The one elderly woman was dressed in plain clothes. The 2 cloaked males were dressed in leather armor with sheathed swords. There was 1 male gnome wearing a burned cloak and clutching a dagger. And then 2 female halflings. One of them is holding a flute and a fiddle. And then there are other 2 male halflings that were in front of them, the 2 female halflings. So you gather maybe they were some sort of musical troupe enjoying the morning.
Yo.
It's okay. The scene is yours to check.
Well, you said we saw dead bodies. Do we see anybody that's just slightly injured?
There's people who've got, just from some contact burns from the area. Nothing super dangerous, but,
Let me try to look and see if I can find out where the attack came from.
Okay. Roll an investigation check.
I'm making my way to those people that are injured but not dead.
That is a natural 21.
Woo! All right. With a nat 20 like that, you notice that this attack, you figure based on where the attack landed, and because of that, you also now, let me do it like this. You happen to be walking around, Abigail, and you were looking all over the place, and you look down inside a rain barrel. And inside one of the rain barrels, you see a broken necklace. And on it are 2 big dark pearls with a large red glow in the middle of each one of them. And you gather from looking at this, because your time that you've had as a guard from your past, you've had some exposure to this. This is a necklace of fireballs. So you figure this is what the attack weapon. This is what created the damage, the massacre in the middle of Troll Skull Alley, and you figure that because of where the location the necklace had and it broke, something had happened on the rooftop above the building where you found the necklace. You put that together. So,
Damn.
very, very nice on a nat 20 there. So
Yeah.
you pick up. You now have in your possession a necklace of fireballs.
Good grief.
And it has 6 charges left.
Good Lord.
grief.
Wow.
Do those reset, or is it just total?
That's total.
Total. Okay, so six charges of fireball on this necklace of fireballs. Okay, what kind of damage does it deal, or do I roll for
A
that?
lot.
Fireballs do a lot. We'll worry about fireball damage.
Okay. All right.
in a
I'll
little
just
bit.
I'll just. Do I need to like have that equipped for it to like attune or anything like that for me to use it?
No, it's just it's a straight necklace. So
Okay, I'll just have it.
you can just
Yeah.
hold on to it for
Put
now.
it-
Okay,
Alright, so it came from the roofs above.
yeah, that is what your investigation. That's what your investigation has yielded. Something has happened on the roof above. Granted, you went over to all of the people who were injured or slightly burned or taken aback by it. There's 3 people that look like they've may have seen something or have been available or around at that time. So, what
Okay,
would you like
so
to do?
upon coming up to him, are you okay? Is there any way that I can help you?
They kind of look and like, oh yeah, we're fine. We're okay.
Did you see what happened?
One of
How
them.
many individuals am I talking to?
There's 3 of them there, but
Okay.
they're all kind of like, well, yeah, kind of. So, in front of you, you have a woman, a man, and then a child. Who do you want to talk to first? Because I can't play 3 people at once here.
Well, yeah, I would assume whichever one. Let's just say I talk to the woman first because I'm making sure she's okay.
Okay. She looks at you and she goes, I was watering plants in the greenhouse on the second floor of my shop when the blast blew out some of the windows. Luckily, I wasn't injured, though through the smoke, I saw a cloaked man take something from the body of a dead gnome and then start limping away. He was badly burned and casting glances over his shoulder, like he was afraid of someone might be following him. He headed towards the bent nail.
Bent nail.
Is everybody hearing this conversation, or is it just him?
Whoever followed me.
Yeah, anybody follow Granite over? Abigail
I'll be with Granite.
I went over to the barrel.
Yeah, Abigail is doing her own investigation at the moment and found the weapon of choice. But y'all are right now, so it's just Granite and Penelope. Neff, Marax, did you want to go with Granite?
I'm with Granite.
I'll be checking the dead bodies for anything that might give us some information.
Okay, and then I'll get to you in just a second. Okay, Granite. So the lady has just spoke to you and just told you that they're still.
Yeah, I'm
They're
trying to
still
write
two.
down bent nail. Can't spell for shit. So I turned to the guy. Are you okay? Did you see anything?
He goes, yeah. He goes, yeah. While I was leaving the Tiger's Eye, just happened to tell you it wasn't. I want to tell you it wasn't a man. It was more like a puppet shaped like a man, a puppet without strings. It was on the rooftop. It hurled something into the crowd that caused the explosion. I saw those halflings burn alive. I saw them.
It'll be all right, sir. It'll be okay. And the child, does the child seem okay?
Yeah, he was he seems to be sobbing in tears, and he's there. He's like, I can't really sob all that well. My friends are dead. I ducked behind the barrel after the explosion. And while I was back there, I heard a noise. It sounded like something fell in the barrel. And then he's just kind of inconsolable at the moment.
Yeah, I got that. That's fine. I'll pat him on the back and try to usher him towards the lady. Maybe they can get him off the street. Please take him somewhere. Get him off the street. Get him tended to.
She kind of looks at him. Like the kid looks at you and looks at the kid. She's like, okay. It's not her kid.
I don't care. I mean, something just exploded, but all these people are nonchalant. I mean, have some sense of urgency.
It happens all the time.
Okay, so
I'll turn to Penelope. Did you get all that?
Yeah, I got it all right here.
Okay,
Lots of bad stuff happened. Got it.
got it.
Something in the barrel.
Yeah. Well, I guess while you see what Nephmerax found on the bodies, I walk back over to Granite and Penelope and let them know what I found, the weapon, and what you explained to me, what I have investigated apparently.
okay, so yeah, you happen to have the weapon, and all right. So on the bodies, Nephromax, you were searching. Let's see. You find. I tell you what. Roll an investigation check for me, right quick.
15 total.
All right. So, you begin to search the bodies, and on one of the bodies, you see on one of the dead male men, there is a black-winged snake symbol tattooed on his right forearm.
Oh.
And you look at the dead gnome, and you see he has dried human waste on his boots, or just any type of like fecal matter, you would say, dried on his boots, and on the bottom of his cloak, like on the fringe of his cloak. Probably because he was in the sewers, or suggesting that he was in the sewers recently. And he also has a pouch that contains 500 gold gemstones, or 5 gemstones worth 100 gold each.
Nice.
But
Jeez.
you're in public right now. Are you going to try and take it?
Oh. No, I'll point it out to Grim.
Okay.
I'll get Grim's attention.
Okay, Grim looks, and he leans down and looks, and he goes, "Oh, hey, yeah. I don't know if we should try to take that. You want me to try?"
I mean, I'm down with it.
Let's see.
Got bills to pay.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm not there. Go ahead.
You're definitely see. He's got the gloves of sleight of hand sneaky, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Grim. He looks at you and he goes, "Make a distraction for me."
Make a distraction.
Yeah.
Okay. I snap my neck around really quick, and I point up to the roof of a building across the road from us, like two buildings down, and I yell at the top of my lungs, and I go, "There he is! I just saw him. He moved again."
Oh shit!
As you point up and point at the sky, and you shout that out, you kind of stumble a little bit in your words, and that's because you begin to see the Griffin cavalry from the City Watch circling in the sky now.
I was pointing at a rooftop, but okay.
Well, they're in the sky, so
Okay.
they're in the rooftop site of line. Nonetheless, people look up, and it gives Grim a chance to swipe it. So he's going to roll with advantage.
How close am I to Nephromax when that happened?
You are about 20 foot away.
So I turn and look, and I try to head that direction.
Plus 4 is 18. Thankfully, I rolled with advantage, and you did that. Because otherwise, that would have been bad. But I'm trying not to kill Grim. All right,
If you need me to, I'll roll deception too. I don't care.
No, it's okay.
Okay.
We're just gonna go with it was a successful, but you bargained more than what you wanted with your deception, because the City Watch is here now, and you notice that the watch is now coming down the street as it's been a few minutes while y'all have had the opportunity to look over the scene of the crime. And by the way, don't forget, I think I sent y'all a handout a while back that had the crimes for what could be referred to as a crime in the city.
Oh yeah, that was a long while back.
Yeah, keep that in mind.
I didn't read it. Zamul did, but he's dead.
Okay, so let's see. Where did it go? Sorry, you nabbed the pouch with no issue.
Well, Grim did, right?
Yeah, Grim nabs the pouch with no issue, and now he has on his possession 5 100 gold piece gems. And let me
make sure that's in Grim's possession. I don't want that shit right now.
let me.
The guy that gets in trouble with the guard every time he interacts
Imagine to
with him.
get another person killed. I'm down. You want to go for it?
Oh no, that's true. I'm gonna get a second character killed. No.
Hold on one second. I'm sorry. I need my other keyboard. I'm just going to throw this into his possession right quick. Da-da-da.
I hope he's watching right now too. That would be great.
He's not watching.
Gosh. 5 100 GP gems.
He'll probably enjoy the heck out of that, though.
Germs? No, gems. There. All right. All right, there. Now it's in there. Okay, so Grim snags them, hides them. Nobody sees. The distraction was successful. And at this point in time, the guard walk up and begin telling everybody to get out of the area. They walk up to all the folks. They're like, all right, get out, back off, back off. This is a crime scene. We need to investigate. Get out, get out, get out. Shoot, go on, you three right here. And he points to the 3 people that, granted, you had interrogated. The kid sobbing, and the woman, and the nobleman. He said, you 3 wait right here. Y'all look like you have something to say. All of y'all get out. Unless you've seen something, get out. So, one of the city guard recognizes y'all. And he goes,
Good.
and he turns and goes, y'all, you 5, 6, 5. I can't
Five.
count.
That's 5 of us.
5, 6, 5, 5, 6, 5, 5. He goes, y'all are waiting too. Y'all are waiting right
I hold
here.
up 5 fingers.
Start
All right.
looking around. Hey, is Crackers with you?
Yeah, Crackers is flying overhead.
Okay.
Okay, so he goes, y'all are waiting right here. I need to talk to y'all as well. So don't go nowhere. And then
I'll nod to the guard.
And then
Okay.
all the 6 guards begin to setting up a perimeter. Basically, what you would normally expect the police of a city to do at this point in time.
Also, the bat's here. You guys just don't see it.
Dun, 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 dun,
I
dun,
cast
dun.
dimension door so we all can escape. Later, fuckers.
Actually, I think you can only take somebody of equal or lesser size than you.
Yeah, so nobody can come with me because you're all fucking giants.
That's all right. You can take Crackers with you.
Okay, so they all set up and they tell you to wait. And about 20 minutes passes, and then a city watch sergeant and a mage from the Watchful Order of the Magist and Protectors begin to walk towards the crime scene. They're going to do they're going to do an investigation. The city sergeant comes up and sees the group of everybody, and slowly he begins to interrogate everybody. He starts with the nobleman, and the nobleman tells him the same thing that he told you, Granite. He goes to the woman, hears the story. The kid, who's now finally calmed down a bit as he's no longer seeing his halfling friends dead in front of him, because they've kind of put blankets and things over the bodies. He tells the police, or he tells the city watch what he saw, and then the sergeant begins to approach y'all. All the while that the sergeant's approaching y'all, the mage begins to look at the bodies and begins to look and see what what happened here. And as the sergeant approaches y'all, he goes, he goes, all right. Who has information?
I will raise my hand.
Okay.
I'll explain to him that we heard the loud noise from our manor, and we came out, and with my investigation, I'll show him the necklace that I found, because, I mean, the little boy probably told him about it and everything, so there's no point in hiding it. I'll show him the necklace. I'll explain to him that I believe that it would happen from the roof, so...
He takes the necklace from you and he goes,
Okay.
It's a good thing you showed this to me. He said, this is a punishable crime to hold a weapon like this inside the city. I know who you are. I've seen you all before. You also run the tavern.
I'm new.
And then he turns and looks down at you. and he looks down at you, and then he looks back at the rest of y'all, and he goes, why are y'all partying with a child?
She's under our care, thanks to, what was her name?
Basher of Greyhand.
Yes, there you go. Let Granite explain that. How about
I'm a Greyhand trainee.
She's a Greyhand with
I
me.
think.
that? Yes.
He looks at you and goes, you're a little too young for that.
Yeah, but I'm really badass.
He doesn't seem impressed.
I play my mandolin. Ding a ding ding.
Roll a performance check.
Okay. One of of these is a D20.
I play my mandolin. Ring-a-ding ding ding.
17.
Okay, you play a fairly decent little ditty right there, and he goes, "Huh." He's a little bit taken aback. He was expecting more along the lines of. So, you cut him off guard. And he looks to the rest of y'all and he goes, "Okay, any more information? Anything?" Nobody saying anything. Well, all right. My name is Seth Cromley.
Say it again.
Seth Cromley. If you want to spell it, it's Saeth.
God damn it. Yeah.
He's like a mage or something.
No, this is the sergeant for the watch. Seth Cromley.
Just a quick question.
Uh-huh.
Whenever I joined the Order of the Gauntlet,
Mhm.
did you say that that also made me like part of the
You're part of the faction.
guild of mages and protectors or whatever? Wasn't that? Or they're allied with them or something like that?
I want to say you
I
would
remember you
ask.
mentioning something like that.
I think that's somebody else, but let me double check right quick. Let me jump under factions and
Sure.
check right quick. That's the Force Gray. Who did you join?
Order of the Gauntlet.
Order of the Gauntlet. Here we go. Nope. It was probably somebody else.
Okay.
All right. Oh shoot. Okay, so the sergeant looks back. He says, "All right, you got any more information? Bring it to my attention." And he walks away over towards the mage that had got done looking at the bodies, and they begin to quietly converse between each other. Do y'all try to listen in?
It would not be right. I'm not going to.
Yeah, I feel like I would head back into the tavern at this
Okay.
point.
Okay, so Abigail, Nephromax walk towards the tavern.
I just wanted to try to be unobtrusively close enough to hear.
Okay,
You know, I'm a small kid. They can't see me.
so Penelope begins to pluck away at her instrument and wanders over a little closer. Roll a perception check. I'm gonna roll against you.
Don't roll too high. I suck at rolling, man. Oh, not that time. That's 20.
Nice.
Not natural.
Oh yeah, you beat out his perception. I rolled poorly. Okay, so
Excellent.
I didn't roll for Barnabas though.
Ed Cromley.
No, you beat out Barnabas, but not just barely though. Lucky, you rolled a 19. So they're not engaged in. They're too engaged with each other to hear you, and the mage turns to Saith and he goes, it looks like the gnome was running from someone. There were probably 3 of them. And he goes, and the third one isn't among the dead. He turns and he points over to to the two bodies of the males that were in the leather armor. He goes, these two were chasing. The other one got away. He goes, looks like they were heading over towards the tavern over here. And he's pointing slyly back to y'all's tavern. And he goes,
And these guys, they're the gnomes. They're the ones that had the black snake tattoo.
not the gnome.
The two guys in the leather armor.
The two men in the leather armor had
yeah.
the black snake tattoo.
The gnome had the gems.
The gnome had the gems, and then was also dead. But
Okay.
he's saying that the. Go
Is
ahead.
that the Zentorum? Is that the guild that Nephrax is with?
I thought that was the Xanthar, is what the serpent
Oh, okay.
was.
I couldn't remember the
Let me
Z's.
look again.
Roll a history. No, not a history check. Just roll a straight intelligence check.
Oh, good. Not good. 6.
Yeah, you definitely believe that it's Xanthar is what the black snake represents.
No.
Well, I've never met them, so
Yeah, yeah. You're 100% convinced that this is the work of the Xanthar's guild.
I'll just relay all that. Someone else take notes because I don't have a notebook with me. I'm gonna relay all this later, but go ahead. Sorry.
Okay.
Well, it's okay. Nephrax saw that too.
Let's see. At this point, I'm gonna say, you all begin to make your way. You all begin to make your way back to the bar with this information in tow of someone escaped from this fray from the rooftops heading towards the Bent Nail. They don't believe that it was human. It looked like a puppet. And now the City Watch begin to load up the dead. They're going to take all the dead back to the police headquarters where they can start doing some more research. And you suspect probably bringing clerics to talk to those who seemed on the shadier side of things so they can find out what's going on.
Thank God I don't look shady as fuck.
Okay, so have we reconvened in the tavern or in the tap room, or is this kind of a you're wherever you need to be thing, or what?
This is y'all are back into the tavern. You've only right now. That's all the information that you've kind of gathered is what I just spilled to you. Now you can go back and see if you could talk to some of the eyewitnesses a little bit more, try to get more information.
Did Penelope tell us what she heard from the two dudes?
Penelope?
Yeah. As I come back in and we all get together, I tell you guys everything that I overheard. So Black Snake guys were chasing the gnomes. One got away.
In which Penelope says it was definitely the Xanthar Guild.
I explained they had the Black Snake tattoos.
Yep, and you're like, it's definitely Xanthar's Guild.
I'm sure they know that it's not.
That's for them. That's for them to realize or try to figure out. You are 100% convinced this is Xanthar's Guild.
Sure.
This little girl don't know.
Well, I'm gonna. Yeah, I'm sorry that I confused you, TJ. I brought that up. I love that he took that completely just from me, like getting it mixed up. He's like, "Yeah, you totally believe it."
I'm going to mention that the gnome, since we know the gnomes were running from somebody, I'm going to mention that the gnomes seem to have obviously been running through the sewers due to the feces, and it may not be a bad idea, depending on what the other guys think, to investigate the sewers as well to see if maybe anything was dropped or there's other hints down there.
Okay. I will share the information I got from talking to the 3 people about the
Shouldn't we
cloaked
head in
man.
that direction?
A cloaked man taking something off of the gnome. He headed towards the bent nail.
And he looked the man looked like a puppet.
That's what I was getting at. They said it looked like a puppet, not a man. And then the child was talking about dropping something in a barrel.
Which happened to be the necklace that I picked up and handed over to the town guard.
Okay.
Well, he was this other person or creature or whatever it may be. He was on the rooftops, wasn't he?
Yes. It looks like, for my investigation, and I am very proud to say that I am a good investigator, it looked like it came from the rooftops, and the necklace fell into the barrel.
Well, perhaps we should head towards the bent nail and see if we can look, not necessarily in the building. I mean, that's an option, but maybe start on the outside of the building and roof of the bent nail and see if there's any clues up there.
Agreed.
So amongst ourselves, in the time that we've been in this town together, would we know what kind of people frequent the bent nail?
No, you're probably not even certain what the bent nail is. You just heard the guy say the bent nail. You've had no.
This was the nobleman?
Yes.
Yeah.
So you'll probably have to figure out what the bent nail is.
Are there people in our tavern, like patrons?
It's early in the morning. Y'all haven't opened yet.
Okay.
Well, I agree that we should go check it out. It would go against everything I believe in to not try to go after this guy and protect the people of this town.
Well, let's make sure the city watch is out of the way before they start asking unnecessary questions, like especially of us poking around in the area, making sure they're not a strong force in that area. The last thing we want to do is incite any more attention.
Whoever this entity is, they're obviously not concerned with the welfare of others, considering he was more than willing to just cast a fireball right in the middle of a street.
I agree.
That's definitely not something somebody concerned with civilian casualties is going to do.
I'm gonna go ahead and take this like a real quick moment to correct Penelope on the Xanthar Xantarum confusion. That it is the Xantarum logo, and the Xanthar is actually like that. What was it, like the circle with the? It looked like a sun logo, sort of.
Oh, okay.
Isn't that right?
So I'm gonna eye Nephmerax. Are these your guys?
Y'all don't know that Nephmerax.
Oh, that's right. We don't know
We
that.
don't know that.
Yeah. That's why I haven't said anything to him.
I everybody.
The only one that knew is now dead.
Actually, on a side note, Zamul didn't know either.
Yeah.
I took Zamul with
That's
me
true.
on a
You were just
mission,
like, I
but he
need
didn't
help.
know what it was for.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, so far nobody
I was
knows.
just happy to get out of the house.
Yeah. He wanted to get into a fight, man, so I was all like, yeah, I'll take him. Rip. All right.
There's the most journals in the house, and nobody's found it.
I've been in his
Yes.
room. Like, we have not got to that point yet.
Actually, Granite took Zamul's room. Remember?
It wasn't in his room. It's in the
Nonetheless.
tavern.
Well, Granite took Zamul's room.
Yeah. Anywho.
I got
Okay.
a couple of items from him I need to retcon later.
All right. So what would you like to continue? Well, what would y'all like to do?
Well, we need to get the bar open for business to get the day started.
You
Whoever's
have
in charge
you,
of
ha-
the bar
you,
while
have,
we're gone.
you have people that you have hired to do that
Yeah.
for you. It's just mostly. I mean, y'all tend to work in the bar on the day when y'all don't have any type of adventuring to do, but you do have people that you have hired to run the bar, except for a management style person who is usually one of y'all.
Right.
So, in this instance,
Grim.
Grim. Grim, after taking in everything, goes, huh, yeah,
I believe it's your rotation to run the bar today.
excellent. He goes, I was looking forward to finishing my conversation with Liff anyway.
Fantastic.
So,
This will give us a chance to do some other things.
so Grim walks away from the group and he begins the setup of the a morning rush into the bar,
Awesome.
which may or may not happen. But before that, you hear a knock on your door.
I go to answer it.
Okay. You go and answer the door, and at the door you see a little stumpy man. Hold on one second. I've got to backtrack a little bit for this description. Okay, so there's that. Let me hold on to that. No. Sorry about this. I gotta try and find this. I'm kind of doing things out of order because I wanted to rewrite some of this. How the
That was loud as hell.
Sorry.
what in the world? Where is it? Okay. What you see at the door is a
Short, stumpy man.
it's a stumpy man. Looks to be what you suspect is an Aluskan, and he stares at y'all, and he stares at you, and he goes, hello. Wild-eyed look in his eye. He goes, my name is Emmerich Frun. I own the bar that's just down the street. And y'all had heard that there had been another bar that had just opened down a little bit of the ways. It's rather small. It's not as large a size as y'all's.
Wait, what race is this person?
Aluskan. And he
Sounds dwarvish.
What's an Aluskan? I've never heard of that.
so again, you've got to push things live, and I've got to remember to push things live because it won't automatically go live. I'll learn one of these days. Sorry. Anyway,
It's all good.
Emmerich Frewer shows up at your door, and this man looks frumpy, as I've said 100 times so far. However, get down. This is going to be fun. He looks at you and in a rough voice. He goes, "Do you own the bar?"
Talking to you, Abigail. You answered the door.
Yeah, I did. Yes. Me and it's owned by me and and some of my colleagues. Yes.
He's great with people. Oh, she.
I
Sorry.
really am.
I want the bar. I have 500 gold. I will buy your bar.
No.
What?
That's what you want? You want to buy the bar?
Yes, give me your bar. 500 gold.
I'm gonna close the door in his face and walk back to my colleagues.
You slam the door in his face, and then outside in a muffled voice, you hear. That's not how it's supposed to go. Ah! No, they're adventurers. I know. They're supposed to accept the offer. Oh no! Then you hear
What the hell is this?
door knocking on the door.
Granted, you can go take care of this.
I
I'm
open the
done.
door.
He looks
I
up
help.
at you. He looks down and up and down and up and goes. That's not how this is supposed to work. You're adventurers. Take
You're not
the
supposed to be
money.
shouting. Why are you shouting?
Who's shouting? Take
You're
the money.
shouting. No.
You're shouting?
no.
No, I'm not shouting. No, I'm
Give
not
them.
shouting. They're adventurers. They're supposed to take the money. You can't take. They're gonna take the money. Usually, this is how it worked last time. They take the money and then you get to go away. Take the money and let me have the bar.
Who are you?
I just told you.
I know. Okay, what the hell's going on? Who are you talking to?
You.
And
The bar is not for sale, sir.
not for 500 gold. What do you want?
I want the bar. You're not gonna take the money.
No, it's not enough.
Ah! This is supposed to be adventurers. We're gonna take the money and then there you go and then open the bar. I really want to open the bar. And take the bar. Fine. And then he walks away.
I'm
gonna
glad
go
y'all
close the
beat
door
me to
again.
that.
No, I
That was
didn't.
an
How
odd
does that
fellow.
I whispered to Grim, was that the DM?
That's what he sounded like trying to fix his audio.
Yeah, I was gonna say, that was me 5 minutes ago. No,
That was so weird.
You see him as he's walking away. He's sitting there screaming at the top. He's like, I'm gonna regret this. But they're adventurers.
This guy was offering us 500 gold. We've already sunk at least 1,250 into this place.
Yeah.
This guy's nuts.
Yeah.
I mean, he's also just nuts.
Well, okay, that's fair.
I want to send
confused.
Crackers to follow him. I want to see where he goes.
Okay.
Oh dear.
You send your
Crackers
owl.
is in the air.
You send him to follow him. He makes his way back to Bruin's Brews. It's a bar that's right around the corner from Troll Skull Alley.
Huh.
He goes inside.
I guess Crackers can't really get inside. I noticed.
Does someone want to follow him to his bar and offer him 30 gold for his bar and yell at him the entire time?
How
Don't tempt
far-
me with a good time.
How far is this bar?
It's down a ways down Troll Skull Alley, and then a turn to the right. It's about a 6 or 7 minute walk.
Is it the opposite direction of where this stuff happened earlier?
Oh, yeah.
Or the explosion? Okay.
Oh yeah.
Well, if that's the competition, I don't think we're going to have too much to worry about unless he's trying to set the place on fire.
I feel like he's going to burn our bar down while we're gone.
That's not a unreasonable assumption.
Let's tell Grim about this, so he'll keep an eye out. So he'll be alert.
You see Grim at the back of the bar. He goes, "I heard everything."
I'm sure you
know how
did.
crazy he was? He's so crazy.
We'll also have to start keeping a rotation.
He looks at y'all. He goes, "That's a fascinating guy. I just want to write another book about him."
You should
Let
go
me-
down there and talk to him while we're out doing stuff.
How long has this guy been there? When did he open this bar down the street?
It's about the same time y'all opened yours.
Okay. I'm gonna ask Liff. Do you know this man? Has he been around here before?
Liv is just putting question marks on,
Okay.
on mirrors.
Liv has already wrote on the chalkboard. What the hell
Fair
was that?
enough. Fair enough.
I was like, I kind of liked him. He was fun.
Liv has no idea.
Yeah, I got
Fair
that.
Cool. So we go on to the broken nail bit now.
As long as
go?
time has
I'll go-
progressed enough that way, or towards the sewers, as Nephromax.
After the conversation, I tend to agree more with Penelope at this point about searching the broken nail first. We can always go back to the sewers, but there's probably more foot traffic going to be around the broken nail, so we should investigate that first to make sure that the
bent nail? Yeah, bent nail.
bent nail,
Bent
sorry.
nail.
Yeah,
to
you're
make-
right. Yeah.
To make sure that the clues don't disappear, whereas not a lot of foot traffic down in the sewers.
Wow,
Agreed.
the trail is hot.
As long as the city watch isn't in the area, I say we can go down that way.
All right. Grim, you watch the place.
Got it.
Liv, you watch Grim. I don't trust him.
You
I'm joking.
Liv is just writing more question marks. And he's like, "Huh?"
Why are you leaving him with me?
Okay, so y'all are gonna make your way towards the mint now then.
Yes.
Yes. We're gonna ask. I'm going to ask folks along the route, like walking down a main road, what this bent nail is and where it's located.
Okay. As you walk out the door and you begin walking to the left because the bent nail is towards that the west side of Troll Skull Alley. And as you're walking by, you walk by the private detective's business that's next door to you. And you see there's a man that's standing outside his door. He's been surveying the explosion and everything. And he goes, I think you're going the wrong way.
What's that?
He goes, I think you're going the wrong way.
Is a question for the DM here is: have I seen this guy around this building on a regular basis?
Mhm.
Okay, so this is most likely the proprietor.
He's the proprietor. He is the detective that runs the private eye business that's next door to y'all.
All right, I'm gonna step off the road over towards him, and kind of get up next to him and say, "What makes you say that?"
Because he's probably already gone by the time that you're going to head that way. You have no idea where he's going. I know what you're doing.
I get the sneaking suspicion you might have some information that may be of assistance to us in our search.
I can. It's what I do. I get information.
How much is this information going to cost us?
I tell you what. The first one will be free. But if you ever get stuck and you ever need a little help, come see me. Maybe I can help you out. Establish a good business relation.
I'm okay with this plan.
He stops and he goes, what you're looking for is what they call a nimble right.
Nimble right.
This is what the puppet that you heard about that ran away. They're called nimble rights. You see them every now and then. They participate in the parade for the city. It's usually the Day of Wonders parade. Usually in the fall is when it takes place.
Would I know innately if a Nimblewright is a creature or if that's a like a profession that something would take?
Roll an intelligence check.
Okay. That's a vague enough term. I have no idea what it means.
Fixing to determine that, whether you know it or not.
That is 11 plus 2, 13?
13? Okay, you've got a vague... You've heard... oh, pardon me, gosh. You've heard vaguely... Emirate's killing my voice. You've heard vaguely that a Nimblewright is a automaton. And that it's... that it operates with as a soulless creature.
So I'm going to ask this gentleman. So this Nimblewright is most likely being controlled remotely.
They're given a task. Then they follow through on the task.
Given a task. Okay. Sorry, I'm just writing this down. Are you aware of any group within the city that that controls these Nimblewrights, or
Oh, yeah.
perhaps uses them on a regular basis?
Well, I told you. They tend to participate in the
Parade.
In the parade, yeah.
the Day of Wonders parade.
Sorry, I was more insinuating if there's a group of people other than like the city planners
I see
that control these.
I see what you're saying. Perhaps, but it may serve you well to start at the source.
Do you know who puts on the parade? Besides the city?
It's the nobles of Waterdeep.
The nobles. Okay.
It's just a celebration. Oh, I'm sorry. Misread. Let me roll that back. He goes, it's the local temple of Gond.
God?
Gond.
Oh, Gond.
Gond. And
Like GOND kind of?
G-O-N-D. Gond.
Gond. Okay. Well, thanks for the information.
First one's free.
Okay.
So is the first drink.
I'll take you
What's
up
your
on that.
name? Is it Clint Eastwood? I feel like your
Vincent.
name's Clint Eastwood.
Is everybody walked over to him now?
Oh, yeah. I walked over.
I assume we
So
were all
I
walking
rushed
together.
over. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Well, Nephromax had broke away, so y'all all walked over here. He goes, name's Vincent. I run the Tiger's Eye. Vincent, and let me find his last name. Vincent Trench.
Nice to meet you, Vincent.
Likewise.
What's the last name?
Trench.
French.
All right. So, fellas, according to Vincent here, we should probably start over at the Temple of Gond and see if they know if they're missing one of these Nimblewrights. Or perhaps, there's always a chance they're the ones behind it, but that seems a little too easy.
Sounds like a plan.
I'm game.
Let's go.
All right. Do we know where the Temple of Gond is located?
You have no idea.
Hey, Vincent. Where's the Temple of God?
He goes, that can be bought. Or you could go ask around.
Yeah. Thanks, buddy.
Told you, first one's free.
Appreciate it.
I'll prefer to. I'm going to go to a major street nearby that we would know, and just see if I can find somebody that looks more than like gutter trash.
I'll assist him with this.
A mainstream street, yeah.
Just like your average middle class for this city kind of person, like a blue collar worker or something.
Roll an investigation check.
Okay, I'm assisting with that, so he can roll with advantage.
Roll with advantage.
Okay, well the first one was better. 17 total.
Okay, you find a... actually, it's one of the business owners on the street. Looks like they sell potted plants and potted plant accessories, and seem well traveled-esque. It's a big, burly guy, hairy arms, tiny apron on, bald head. He's got a big scar across his face.
Awesome.
I sell plants and potted plant accessories.
Yeah, you beat me to it.
That's awesome. All right, I'm gonna stroll up to this gentleman and kick up a conversation with him.
He goes, okay, how you doing? What can I do for you?
Oh my god. I was hoping you could help me with some information.
Information? What information you need?
First off, what race are you? Just so we know.
He is... that's rude.
I know. I'm just saying because I can't tell.
She's a little girl.
I'm 11. I'm allowed to be.
You have no tact.
No, I'm 11.
You have no tact. That's terrible.
What
are you?
I'm a human.
I'm a human then.
Okay. Do I believe him?
I'll tell you what. Roll a what was it?
Would that be insight?
Yeah, roll an insight check. That's what I was trying to get to.
That's not great.
She believes him.
It's real dumb. It's 9.
Okay,
that looks like a human.
Oh,
got
okay.
pretty
Nice
big.
to meet you.
You're pretty convinced. Yeah, nice to meet you too. What can I help you with? You want to buy a plant?
I'm not really interested in the plants. I was hoping you knew where the Temple of Gond was located.
Oh, you mean the House of Inspired Hands?
I have no idea.
Yeah. I know where it's at. It's called the House of Inspired Hands. It's Waterdeep's Temple of Gond. Yeah,
House of Inspired Hands, I guess?
I thought he said House of Inspired Indians.
I thought he said hens.
We have no idea what that voice is saying. That's okay.
Yeah. House of
All right.
Inspired Hands.
All right, where's that roughly located?
If you go down to I lost it. Hold on one second. There it is. You go down the corner of Sea-Watch and
You okay, buddy?
Yeah.
What are you?
Choking, allergic to her plants.
You go down to the Sea-Watch Street and Shock Street and the Seaboard. You'll find them.
Okay. Thank you for your help.
Do you have any living plants?
Yeah, dude. What you want?
Like something aggressive?
I have a Venus flytrap.
How big is it?
It's a little bitty.
I'll come back later. I'm not
Okay.
sure if I want one. Thank you
Okay.
for your help. Jesus. I move away from him very quickly.
Make it come again.
Why is everybody in this town so freaking weird?
I have
Should
no
have took
idea.
the 500 gold and just left fucking town.
Be a quick end to our campaign. Thanks for the gold, man. Peace.
You're level 5. Congrats.
Da-da-da-da. All right.
All right, so I will follow those instructions that I didn't understand at all, and
We're going to the inspired house of hens.
All right. Roll a wisdom check.
oh my god,
You said it, not me.
Can I roll?
I'm going to assist. How about that?
Okay. Anybody else understand? I lost my D20.
do I actually roll with inspiration or not inspiration?
Roll with advantage.
Yeah. Well, that's one better. 17.
Oh yeah, you got the gist of it.
Oh, thank God. I had no idea what the hell that guy was saying.
I looked at the party. I've never met another human like that.
I don't think you will.
After a few minutes of putting things together and discussing with your party, somebody grabbed this portion of the conversation. Somebody grabbed this portion. Somebody grabbed this portion. It's the House of Inspired Hands. It's Waterdeep's Temple of Gond, and it's on Seawatch Street and Shark Street in the
All right.
Seaward.
Then I will start heading that direction.
Okay, y'all begin to journey in that way. And after about 20 or 30 minutes of walking, you begin to round the corners into the street. You notice, as you're coming upon the temple, the House of Inspired Hands looks like a cross between a temple and a workshop. The symbol of Gond, a toothed cog with 4 spokes, is displayed prominently. You see the silhouette of a humanoid shape perching atop the roof. It extends an arm, releasing a tiny metal sparrow into the sky. The bird does a few loops in the air, then veers right towards you. I need everybody to roll initiative.
What the fuck?
All right, that was fast.
We gonna fight a bird.
Can I intentionally take a last run initiative?
You can always just hold your turn.
Yeah, you can always hold your action wherever you land.
Well, I was just curious if that was something that could be done. Like you could say, I want to intentionally go last, kind of thing.
No, you can't intentionally
Okay.
say, but you can hold your action. But you can't hold movement.
Shit.
I rolled.
Okay.
All right. Because all my other stuff is on the computer, and I can't get that computer to pop up right now. I got to do all this on the fly. So, we're going to do that. We're going to do... Who am I missing? Who am I missing?
Just 4 of us.
Yeah, that's it. Okay. Nephromax?
18.
Nice.
Granite?
20.
Abigail?
6.
Penelope?
16. I don't have a -1 anymore.
Up. Up.
I think that's probably like one of the lowest rolls I've made.
All right.
Welcome to my world.
All right. So, granted, you are 60 feet away from the temple, and you have first initiative.
So I take out the Daybreaker Warhammer,
Uh-huh.
and I will hold my attack until threatened.
Okie dokie. Nevermax?
I do step forward, so I'm in front of everybody.
Okay, so you move.
About 10 feet closer than everybody else. Just
You're
whatever,
10 feet ahead.
whatever I'm closer, or more in front of people, so they give them some elbow room.
All right. I am going to hold. I'm going to hold Eldritch Blast to trigger when there is any kind of attack action made against another person in my party.
Okay.
Penelope?
Penelope?
Penelope doesn't know what to do. Penelope doesn't want to kill the bird because then we're fighting fucking church shit and we're not supposed to do that. I don't have. I want to talk with animals. I guess I'm gonna hold Firebolt until it attacks someone.
Okay. All right. Now it is the bird's initiative. You see the bird streaking through the sky as fast as possible, and it is targeting Granite.
Yeah, come on.
So, it flies straight at you, and it is going to attack you. And it is an 8.
Miss.
All right. So what you see is the bird goes into a kamikaze-esque style dive and just flat out pins it right at you. You, being fairly deft and swift, step out of the way, and the bird flies right by you and smashes into the ground and explodes.
Like bird explosion or like actual explosion?
Not explosion, like mechanical explosion.
I was saying, could we
Oh,
tell
weird.
that when it was coming, when it got closer to me, that I could tell that it wasn't an actual bird?
I tell you what, let's actively make a perception check.
I would assume since it got closer, I'd be able to see it, but we'll find out. 16.
Yeah, your time in the wild, you know the difference between a piece of metal and a piece
I
of...
would assume I would know the difference.
So yeah, you move out of the way and it slams into the ground. It's dead. Initiative's over.
Well, that was an easy fight.
Let me examine that bird, see if it was carrying anything.
Okay, take a look at the bird. Roll an investigation check.
Ooh, that is a nat 20.
Ah!
Damn.
Excellent.
So many 20s.
You-
Fire
you-
today.
You reach down and you pick up the bird and you begin to look through all its little cogs and inner workings and metal workings and go, huh, there's nothing here.
Fair enough.
I look at the bird. Who sent you?
So I look up on
Well,
the roof. Is that
yeah.
figure still there?
Nope. You get the distinction that perhaps that maybe this was a decoy, maybe to distract you, so he could get away.
Yeah.
And since
Somebody
nobody was-
doesn't want us sticking our nose in their business.
Nobody was paying attention? Except for the bird? Or to the bird?
Well, okay. The figure that we saw up there, it was basic. All we saw at the time was just that it was a figure. Was the extent of our perception, right?
A humanoid shape.
A humanoid shape.
Yeah, okay.
I'm going to suggest to Granite that we try to gain entry to the building.
All right.
Yeah.
This thing was on top of the building.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I'm
Can I
going to.
send crackers up there to see if there's someone up there.
Yeah, you can send crackers up there. Roll an investigation check for crackers.
I need
Not
to
a
ask
perception, because that's the only modifier he's got.
All right, roll a perception.
8.
Cracker sees a roof. And
Somebody goes, ooh!
nothing on top of the roof. Just your normal roof. There's windows nearby the roof that look out from the top of the temple, and then there's a hatch to the attic. But other than that, that's all he sees.
There's a hatch
Right.
to the attic.
Yeah, just like a lot of access. A lot of places in Waterdeep have rooftop access.
All right, I'm going to
That is not uncommon in the city.
snap my fingers and cause my familiar to apparate on the roof. And as of right now, everybody can see it, and it is not pretty.
You see upon the roof. Hold on 1 second. Well, y'all are still 60 foot away. You see a tiny little silhouetted thing on the roof.
Cracker sees it like, what the fuck?
Cracker sees it and has a heart attack and flies back to Penelope.
I would like to instruct my familiar to open the hatch into the attic and look inside, and then come back through to the top of the roof and report back to me, because I don't know how far that is, and my range to actually like to control him is only 100 feet.
Okay, well, the 60 foot is you're 60 foot from the building, so
Mm.
it's within 60 feet right now. Let me.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to give him all the instructions now, so if he leaves my range, he'll know what to do.
All right.
In his current form, he can only walk and do like normal handheld actions.
Where is your? Okay, so he goes. He goes up to the hatch and he begins to try to open the hatch. And I need you to roll a strength check for your familiar.
A strength check for him.
Mhm.
That would be a 13 total.
13 total. Wow, you roll really well.
Yeah, I rolled a 16.
Wow.
Oh,
He's not very
God.
strong.
Yeah, I've got his specs up right quick. He begins to pull on the hatch, and he's having trouble with it. It's almost as if something is either it's holding it or it's locked for him, and he's just like. "Ah!"
Can I have? Is he still within 100 feet of me?
Yeah, he's just at the hatch on the outside of the roof.
Okay. I am going to have him claw at the handle on the door. Is the handle metal?
There is no handle on the outside.
So it's just like he's like reaching and grabbing like the edge of the
yeah,
lip.
he's grabbing the lip of the
Yeah.
of the access.
All right, I'm going to rush up to the building, and I'm going to. I guess I'm going to go inside.
Okay, so Abigail's heading towards the building.
I'm gonna have him claw at the door, see if he can damage the door enough to break it open.
Okay, and your familiar is going to attack the
Attack the
attic
wooden door. Yeah.
attic access. Granite, Penelope, what are y'all doing?
Is Nephrax like in view mode with his familiar?
No, I can. I'm within 100 feet, so I can subconsciously. He's communicating with me.
Okay, I didn't know if you were like looking through his eyes.
Not at the moment. No.
Okay, I'm gonna go with Abigail.
You go with Abigail and Granite.
So while we're looking at the building, is it just by itself? Is there buildings to the next to it on each side?
There are
Is there
there's
an
a
alleyway?
there's fairly decent gap between the buildings. It's not something that a human could make a jump because the temple and the access to the top of the temple is it's pretty tall. This is about 3 or 4 stories tall. So while other buildings are 1 story around it.
Okay, I'll make my way with Abigail and Penelope.
Okay. So you all make your way to the Temple of Gond. Roll an attack for your familiar right quick.
Okay. I don't. It doesn't say if he's gotten a bonus to this, so I'm assuming he has 0.
Use your strength modifier.
Just to actually see if I hit it. Yeah. Okay. 2.
Sounds like a cat scratching on a door.
Sick.
And that's not a good thing. Okay. So you all rush the temple.
I want to keep Crackers outside, circling the church, in case someone tries running away.
All the while, back.
Oh,
We lost your audio.
We lost you.
Your audio just died. Yeah.
We'll stop there for today.
He's not talking to us.
Yeah, he's not. He's talking to the stream.
We're going to stop there for today, and we will see you all next time. And what happens to the guys? What happens to Grim at the bar, since he's away? All when we return to Attacking the Darkness. Goodbye, everybody.
Oh, bye.